In this movie, let's talk about the Joomla lingo. It's very important to understand the key terms and items within any program because it will make it so much easier to work with. First of all, you need to know the difference between a local site and a remote site. A local site, as you can see, I'm on localhost / the folder or the directory that I put Joomla in on my local PC. Nobody else can see it, it's just local on my PC. Now, we also did a remote installation. I went out to my GoDaddy host, went to my website, and chose this directory to install Joomla also. So that's remote. I could give this address to people and they could automatically then go to my Joomla site. The next key thing you need to know is the difference between the front end and the back end. The front end is basically what your users see. It can also be used for people to log in to possibly edit articles if you would like them to. Then you have your back end. The back end is where you administrate. You can use all your managers, you can install components, extensions, change the look, the layout, whatever you need to do. Another element of Joomla is the templates. The templates are the layout, the look. You see the blue and the logo and where the menus are in this specific template. Templates are just a pre-formatted document that's available for you so you don't have to do all that work. You can edit the CSS in a template, which is the style sheet, so you can kind of change the way it looks. Now, there's 5 main extensions in Joomla. So let's go over here to our extensions on our back end so I can show you those 5. Those 5 items are the components, the modules, the plugins, templates, and languages. You can see all 5 of them listed right here. Now, components, they're the largest and most complex of the extensions. They're kind of like mini applications. Basically, something that's a component is like the user registration. So people can go on our front end, they can log in or create an account, and then on the back end, the administrator can edit that user. So components have an administrator part kind of and a site part, but they're mini applications. Modules are more lightweight, they're a little bit more flexible. They're things like the latest news. They're typically things like in boxes. Your footer is in a box. Plugins. Those are more event handlers. When an event is triggered, plugins then execute. The formerly known MAM bots or the content search bots, that's kind of an event that gets triggered and then people get an answer. Now, languages is the next one. That's just a very basic extension. You can pick a language on the front end and the back end, so that's nice. You get an option there. And templates. Again, we've already talked about templates. That's just one of those pre-formatted items. It's one of the main extensions for Joomla. Now, make sure you know what menus are, and you're going to need to know the names of those menus. Every menu is going to have a specific title, and in order to be able to edit those menus, you need to make sure that you know what those are so you can work on those in the back end. Now, menus in Joomla are how people access your information, so you need to make sure that your menus are well thought out and well planned. Some other key terms in Joomla are the sections, categories, and articles. It's something we'll plan out here shortly, but as you can see, they're right here for the managers. Your top level are your sections. To explain this, you can imagine like a filing cabinet. You've got different drawers in your filing cabinet. Those drawers are your sections. Then, if you open that drawer for one section, you see lots of folders. Now, those folders are your categories. Then, if you open up one of those folders, you see lots of papers in there. Those papers are your articles. Now, if you don't have a category or a section that an article fits in, you could just throw it on top of the filing cabinet. That's considered an uncategorized article. One other item you need to be aware of is the front page manager. You can select what you want on your home page basically for Joomla, what you want up there up front. So make sure that you know the front page is simply your home element for Joomla. It may not be your home page for your site, but it's basically the home page for Joomla. On the administrative side, make sure you know that the control panel is where you can start at to get access to all the managers. You'll also get some tips and information over here at the right to give you additional information. But this is your control panel, the main administrative login area. You have a media manager. Media simply means something like images. We're going to look at search engine optimization. Make sure that you understand what that means. Basically, it means that we're going to make our site search engine friendly. So if somebody types something into Google, are they going to get our site and our information? I'm going to stop here. Make sure that you know those key terms that I just talked about, and in the next movie we'll continue on with some more key terms.